Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I have many layered embellishments to show you guys. These are all based on ticket pieces, tag pieces, and cut-apart pieces. I have used collection from Celeste Gonzalez, Rainbow Avenue. I have used Rosie Studio floral pieces, Maggie Holmes collection floral pieces and tag pieces and ticket pieces. I have so many beautiful layered embellishments that I've been making, and I have 3D projects that I have made, which I'll share with you guys in the next video probably. But I really wanted to go ahead and make some embellishments, which I'm going to fill those 3D projects for. And I'm gonna start off with how I started this whole thing. So I went through some different cutting dies I have in my collection and things that I have loved using but I haven't used for a while. For example, is this layering butterfly set. So this comes with 3 different sets. I love all the stitching details that are on there. So I have been using small pieces of papers that I have left from doing the 3D projects and use those to cut some butterflies out. Then I layered them all together, and that's how I started. So I had a bunch of flowers and bunch of butterflies and all sorts to work with. Then I used one of the cut-apart pieces from the cut-apart page from the Rainbow Avenue. And in that cut-apart page was filled with these word pieces that I can use for embellishment layering. But I cut the whole heap out. Then I decided that I don't want to use them as is. So I started making these. So these fishtail banner pieces is also part of a cut-apart sheet from another page from that collection. So I backed the word piece with the glitter cardstock and then used the cut-apart fishtail banner piece to do this. And in my eyes, that was nice to have as an embellishment layering piece, but it wasn't a completed product for me. So from there, I decided to layer some of my layered butterflies that I had made. So I have these, Lovely Day, which is also great to put it in small packaging bag and then gift it to your friend for them to use for their future projects. I have this one here, which is a combo of the yellow and the pink. Then I fussy cut this coffee cup or teacup image from the collection, and I did this, My Happy Place. You are amazing. Then more butterfly ones, like this. See how I have done butterfly right in the back of the word piece, but this one I put it on the right side. So depending on which location you put your butterfly, it completely changes the look, and I really love those. So you can do those with floral pieces as well instead of butterflies. So this one I have layered several different pattern papers here. Then from then, I decided to use my tiny eyelets. So these are my tiny eyelets that you can use without having the We Are Memory Keepers crocodile bit, because you can use the end part of pen to squash it down like this. And then this one here is Thankful. So I used, because the background of the word piece was yellow color, I found the yellow eyelet and also used the yellow and pink jump rings to dangle my 2 of the charms. Then I have another one here, yellow pink combo that says Wonderful, and it's got the daisy and the heart. This one is Precious Memories. And this one is Creating Memories. And I've got 2 charms dangling like this as well. Then I have packaged some of them up to show you what I mean by just putting it in clear bag. So you can just put one piece of this in a clear bag. You can even add some sequins in there and gift it to your friend. Or you can layer more further small back topper on top if you wanted to. So I've got this one here. It says Lovely Day. So that was one of the first things I made. Then I had a bag of ticket pieces and tag pieces because I always love layering on top of them, and I like to categorize them in a bag. So I had so many of them, and I wanted to do some lovely layering, like just free time layering without any die cutting. So I didn't have to do any die cutting for majority of all of these pieces. If I did use a die cut piece, that's probably some things that I have die cut prior that was just sitting in a box that I got to use. So let me show you some of the blue tone layered ticket embellishment pieces. So some of these ticket pieces are from Round Trip collection of Maggie Holmes. And this one has vellum piece and glitter piece, as well as some floral pieces layered upon top of each other. This one here started off with this ticket base. Then I layered the vellum flower and another layered flower that's been gifted to me in my recent Happy Mail. And then I had this flower on top of this flower here. So when you're layering your flower pieces, always experiment and to see which color looks best at the forefront or the back or in between, or does it need to go left or right, or does it need to go towards the bottom? So that's how I do my layering. This was a large airline tag piece, like a luggage tag. So this was the original shape. I started layering a large blue flower in the middle with some foam tape. Then I added this vellum piece. Then another ticket piece. This time ticket piece right in the middle of this vellum piece. Then I added some more layered flower that was gifted in the Happy Mail. Then I made another smaller ticket embellishment, and then I layered those on top. So this piece alone has many pieces. So starting off with the base, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 pieces. But it looks so pretty. And then I finished it off with some Nouveau drop. This one is a tag base, and I started off by layering this large floral piece. Then I used the smaller piece on top with the foam tape. Then I added this birdie in the middle, and I'd look for the word sentiment piece that would complement all of the colors that are on here. Then I have this one here, which I really love. It was a rectangular piece like this with the perforated lines, so I could keep it as is or cut them apart. And I kept it together. Then I added this large floral piece first. Then I added this banner piece and a simple word on top, and it just completed it. I could punch a hole at the top if I were to use it for a tag flip. Then I have another similar shape that I had in the navy tone, which I layered things on in the middle. So I started off with this large flower piece. Then I also squeezed in this gold vellum piece. Then I added the bicycle and this first class mail piece in the middle. But I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that first class mail word showing like that. Depending on the project I'm doing in the future, I might add another type of word sentiment in the middle. And then I added this flower bouquet on the side. I have this one here, which is a lovely ticket tag piece. And I had this lovely camera chipboard. So I layered some Maggie Holmes Round Trip sticker pieces on there. All the colors I thought complemented all the colors that were on this tag piece. Then I finished it off with the flat back flower. I'm going to show you some yellow tones now. Now, I always like to start off by picking the colors of the base piece. So the base piece had some yellow tones, so I went through my yellow flowers. Then I gradually incorporated some other colors with the greens and the pink. Then I wanted a word sentiment that would pop, so I used the black and white happiness on here. Then I also had some clear sticker that you could see at the bottom. This is what matters. This was a luggage tag piece. So I layered a chipboard piece. It actually said happy moments, but I only wanted the word happy showing. And then I layered this floral cluster on top. Then I added a puffy sticker at the bottom. This is a small tag piece, which I used with the larger size flower. So it mainly took up the space of the small tag, but I loved showing the punched hole area at the top. Then I layered a vellum piece on top of the flower with the lovely glitter butterfly piece. This one here, I've got a peg holding this cluster. Now this peg was gifted to me in my recent Happy Mail. I love the heart piece on there, and I thought how wonderful for me to incorporate that peg into my layered embellishment cluster. So in the future, when I am doing some Happy Mail packaging, I could actually use this. So for example, if I were to gift this piece, I could actually put this on top like this and then hold it all together like this. It's just an example. I wouldn't use a butterfly embellishment with the butterfly layered piece, but I'm just showing you as an example. That's how I would use it. That's why I have a peg piece there. Then I moved on to some different orange color tone. And I really love this one. Now this one, you see this pink mylar acetate? As I was organizing my room, I found a small piece of mylar acetate that I had left, and I decided to make great use of it instead of just having it, as a scrap. So I layered that on top of a ticket piece. And I think the color together with the base looks so nice. Then I layered a large piece of the flower. Then I found this bicycle piece from the round trip and the ticket piece from the round trip. Then I completed it with the flower on top, but making sure that bicycle ride was showing. And there's a little vellum piece in between the flower piece and this bicycle piece there as well, if you can see. And I love all of the color combos together. This one is a large ticket piece from the round trip collection, and it actually looks like this. But I also had another thinner luggage tag piece that I stitched zigzag. I also stitched some sequin pieces, some larger size sequin pieces. Then I did this cluster on top. So we can actually do some writing underneath if we wanted to. So this was a small ticket piece. Then I also added this peg piece here so that I have this peg piece to hold on to my future packaging. So these have been layered with several floral pieces, but in similar tones, but very different. Like this is an orange vellum piece, but also has a touch of pink in there. So I found some pinky tone floral pieces to go with this piece here. Here is a baggage ticket piece or tag piece. I used a large floral piece this time, and then another floral on top. Finished it off with this chipboard from Round Trip. This started off with the chipboard tag piece, and I used very similar tone of colors. So it's like a tone-on-tone embellishment layering. And I like including different texture materials. So I had this crocheted heart looking patch. So I used that on top of a flower piece here. Another luggage tag piece. And then I used a ticket piece as well. And floral cluster on top with another ticket piece underneath this Simplify. And I really love the fact that I got to use some sparkly silver gem pieces. And you can see little bits of it, but not too much of it. And I think the color with the yellow mustardy color and the greens with the glittery silver actually goes so nicely together. I punched a hole, added an eyelet, then I added this clasp on top so I can dangle it to future packaging. And then I had a doily piece to start off with and added a rosette on top of the doily piece. Then added this large floral piece with some clear stickers and butterflies to finish it off. And as you can see, when I use those glittery, say like crystal gem stickers, I don't just use it to show the full circle sometimes. I like to have it sort of hidden, tucked underneath things, so you can see a little glimpse of it, but not too much of it. Here's another one, which was a similar piece to the one I just showed you. I started that with 2 floral vellum pieces using some foam underneath. So this one has a lot of layers. Then I added this really large, longish bus piece from the round trip. And then I added another big piece of ticket. And then another piece of ticket going vertically. So when I'm layering, I like to do like vertical, horizontal, like alternate like that. And also making sure that if I do stick something right in the middle, I also have some ephemera pieces towards the right side or towards the bottom and things like that. I also have this one here with another peg piece. This is actually starting from a tag piece that I have made using one of the journal cards. I really love the pinky and the black and the white tone there. I turned it into a shaker and I did a ticket cluster on top, and then I finished it off with this tag piece here. My hand. So I can use it for future packaging. I have some more cluster one with the peg. This time I glued on the peg to here, so it became like a clip. I love this pink wooden peg so much, so pretty. So this is a ticket base that I started off with, but I added a large floral piece to the left side, and then I added a chunky floral on top. This is a love piece that's just recently been gifted to me in my 14-day Valentine mail from Alicia. I love this tone of colors that she chose to use for this word piece. It just goes with any color available. I have another one which I use the sweet word. This is a floral cluster only. This one here is starting with the larger tag piece or ticket piece, but I also added another smaller tag piece underneath to show this part, and then another one here. So it's actually got 4 pieces of the ticket pieces. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a floral cluster in the middle. This is a large round trip ticket piece that I turned into a shaker. I love all of the colors so much, and that love word just was perfect for this. So I have this one here also, which is a orangey, reddy sort of tone. I love using all of the different materials that I have. I've also incorporated some pinky color chipboard piece, so you can see a bit of the pink to break the oranges together. This one is my purple lilac tone one. I also got to use some flower pieces that's been made for me from Alicia, and this one has some Rosy Studio flower pieces in it. And this one here is another Rosy Studio flower piece that I have layered together. I used it with the luggage tag to incorporate the camera. I used the word piece from the round trip collection. I got to use my purple gem stickers. Sometimes I do like to use the whole circle gem sticker to show as an accenting piece so that the eye follows from the left side all the way to the right. So it's like flows like this. Then I have this really large, precious chipboard piece, which is actually a camera. And this has been layered with some ticket piece on top. And I just put high with the thicker stickers. I also did punch a hole because I was thinking I might be dangling this on top of something. This is my final one. This was a world map, as you can see. I stitched on the camera piece. Then I glued a ticket piece onto the camera piece so you can actually see the world map there. And I turned it into a shaker. I love this so much too. So those are everything I have been making, you guys. And I have many of these that I can use for future projects, to complete future projects and for my future packaging of Happy Mail. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have enjoyed looking at all of these, and I hope you make some too. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.